All right, NFL Week 16 recap with Ryan and Cassidy. Let's fucking do it. All right, I didn't really know what to title the video, so I was just thinking, Flacco. That's obviously there's just a million storylines going on. We're gonna
great Sunday, dude.
Great fucking Sunday. Do you like the Linguini-Sanity?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm so
a lot of disrespect towards him, though.
A lot. All right, well, let's just start with, I guess, the Saturday games.
Oh yeah, shit.
Browning. I gotta pull up ESPN. I gotta get the order of these games.
You didn't print out the games?
Nah, dude. No notes, son.
Ryan was printing out screenshots of the ESPN app because he'd get too distracted on his desktop.
Yeah, well, I get lost in my tabs. Okay, yeah, the weekend started off fire. By the way, you gotta do a quick mention of the Thursday game. So just Staley. I mean, I don't know if
a week ago.
It does feel like a week ago. I don't really remember a time where a team more clearly quit on their coach.
Yeah, dude. I didn't know he was like that hated. I feel like that never really got out. Like, conspiracy theory me wants to say like they wanted him out and those guys all went out in Vegas on Wednesday night because the game was at 5 and they just completely rolled over. I mean, here's my thing though, is like, I usually like in college they give up, but like in the NFL, those guys are still playing for contracts. So it's like, I don't know. I've never seen that.
I think it's just one of those awkward things where they wanted to fire him Monday, but then it's like, you can't fire him Monday because you have a Thursday game. So then you just let it play out. And then just the fact it went that way.
I'm surprised he lasted past halftime.
I know. All right. Well, yeah, Staley, it's been real. It's been real. And that does bring up a topic. So obviously everyone dunks on Staley, but one thing going forward, I keep reminding myself this, and then I always forget, is that like when you start to hear these narratives that just get repeated, perfect example is Matt Canada. Like no one even knew who the hell Matt Canada was, and all of a sudden somebody, some smart guy out there realized that Matt Canada was they're probably like, yeah, they realized he was the play caller, and they probably were like Kenny Pickett, like Homer supporters, and like they were looking for any excuse as to why Kenny Pickett is actually good. And then so just all of a sudden this Matt Canada narrative got started. All the like smart football people I listen to, like everyone's hammering on him, everyone's dunking on him every single freaking week. And then it's like, all right, they finally get rid of him. Yes, there's a 1-game bump, but now it's just right back to the same shit. So Zach Taylor, that's another one. Everyone made fun of Zach Taylor for the longest time. And then it was like, oh, wow, Joe Burrow's doing this despite Zach Taylor. And now it's like Zach Taylor's got like Browning and the boys like on the way to the playoffs. So we just got to watch out for those. Anytime you start to hear something too much, because we're all lazy. We're all lazy. We all listen to just the same shit, and it's easy to just, repeat it.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, realistically, the quarterback's just shit. Like, and like the locker room, I don't know, dude. Like, I think Pickett's a problem. Like, I mean, you saw him miss that block, and then it's just like he just sits there and bitches the whole time. And I don't think he's gotten to, or he definitely hasn't gotten to like the star power or level or just overall statistically. He hasn't gotten to the place where he can do what he's doing. Like demanding a trade on Instagram, like free Pickett, like all this shit. He's not there. And he's just acting like a fucking diva wide receiver when he doesn't have the stats to back it up. And
you're saying George Pickens. Yeah, I got a little confused there. I was like, Kenny Pickett's just kind of like a dude. Like
Pickens, my bad.
Pickens.
But he's not there. And good receivers have done it with shitty quarterbacks. So I don't really know where his bitching stems from. But he's such a strong personality that like Tomlin can't even control him. Usually Tomlin is the coach or the guy that can calm someone down. Because like,
I'm starting to question like the rate of CTE per capita in the Steelers organization versus What is up with that? Because you saw Mendenhall tweeted out today like some crazy thing about how white NFL players suck and they should have a Pro Bowl of just all whites versus all blacks, which I saw some people make some pretty hilarious content out of, by the way.
We got to dig up the Steelers like doctor because they're notorious for playing guys like off concussions and shit. When
but we just saw it with TJ Watt. They just put on a visor and then he went back in the game.
Why do you think all these fuckers have CTE, dude? They just let him go. It's like, that's, I don't know. That seems like a direct fucking correlation here. Like, let your players go and like, don't let them. Like,
I'm blaming.
I don't know.
Matt Canada.
It's like what they said they're gonna do with Tyreek this week. Like, they're like, oh, like it's that seemed like bullshit. That like was alert from my ESPN fantasy, which is usually fake news. It said like the decision's up to Tyreek if he wants to play this week. It's like, are you sure about that? Like, teams literally get fined for putting players in that are injured. I don't think the decision's fucking up to him, because obviously if you're gonna let a player decide if they want to play or not, they're gonna say yes. But yeah, the Steelers thing, you can question it for sure, but I don't know. That guy has dealt with some strong fucking personalities over the years, and he has seemed to put things together at times. But I see.
There's no doubt that Tomlin is a great coach, though, and there is a narrative going now that's like all of a sudden I'm hearing it started a slight bit last week. Now I'm hearing like the Tomlin, like could they shit can Tomlin? Is it just like kind of enough? Like, the Big Ben came out and kind of shit on the Steelers culture. All I know is I'm putting my life savings on Steelers plus 2.5 at home.
Love it.
It's joke.
It's the best spot there ever was.
And Jamar Chase is out. DJ Reader's out. Come on. TJ Watt is going to have 5 sacks. I mean, it looked like they were activating full Steelers nobody believes in us mode. Like they got the blocked kid. Yeah.
I once that guy.
Ooh! Wait, is Gino really active?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Let the boys
great
play.
Game in the Pacific Northwest tonight, dude.
Oh, that's a great game.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the line at now? Because it got up to 5.5. Ooh,
it's at 4 now.
Ooh. All right, we got to hit some big in a pickle. I'm on the Hawks too. I'm on the Hawks. Until the Eagles do something, like I'm off them.
No, yeah.
It's so frustrating.
Patricia got promoted, or what's going on there?
Yeah, Patricia's the defensive coordinator. I think it's like in-game adjustments.
On that move just because he was a bad coach on the Lions, but the guy's like a Super Bowl winning defensive coordinator.
Okay, there we go. That's like another perfect narrative. Is like everyone wanted to shit on that guy, and then last year, like it obviously was like pretty funny just because he's like fat and all that kind of stuff, and he got canned from the Lions, but mostly because he's fat and a rocket scientist. He was the offensive coordinator for the Pats last year, and like all of the Pats fans, like they just blamed it all on Patricia. And then it's like you get Bill O'Brien this year, and like if anything, they've like actually regressed. Like it's crazy. So it's like maybe the guy kind of knows what he's doing. Maybe
yeah. I mean, the McDaniel argument's harder, like as a Patriots coordinator, but the Patricia, it's like he just went to Detroit, and no one seemed to have been able to win in Detroit besides Dan Campbell. So like, come on. Like,
dude, you know what I'm thinking?
Every week you see these stats from Detroit. It's like first time, like X amount of wins in 40 fucking years. There's like a new one every week. It's like first time 9-4 in 40 years. It's like, okay, you know how many teams have fucking done that?
Like, we got to figure out some way to pair up Josh Dobbs and Patricia.
Oh,
just double rocket scientist.
There's just not enough hair to go around there.
There's not enough hair?
Yeah.
Are you saying there's not enough eyebrows to go around between those two?
Okay, we'll stop there. It was gonna get way darker.
4 out of 5. Kenny Pickett can chortle my marbles. Dude, he just looks like too much of a regular guy. When they cut to him in the box and he's like got a backwards snapback and he's just like wearing
it's so hard to hate him. Like
it's hard to hate him.
And those things never work out when it's like you take like because he went to Pitt, it's like you take the hometown guy and shit. Like that never works.
No.
Or it's like all these LA quarterbacks, so let's keep him in LA. It's like I just don't think that's gonna work.
I actually heard a pretty good take, or I like the take. Tomlin comes to the Chargers.
Ooh.
That would be good because if you get him Herbert and then he can just do the thing where he fires the ball, because that's the Chargers have never needed something more than
Structure.
Tomlin to get in that ass, get in that defensive ass.
Have you seen their salary cap issue, dude? It is fucking brutal. They're paying Khalil Mack, thank God. I didn't realize this. Like, thank God he's showed up this year because he's like third in the NFL in sacks.
He did have that one game where he had like 7 sacks in one game or something.
Either way, though, like, whatever, because he's the highest paid player on that team. I didn't know that. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. Next year, the salary cap hit, he's the highest. But dude, like the fourth on the list there is like JC Jackson, that corner they signed from the Patriots, who they literally just shipped off the middle of this year because he was so fucking bad. And like, who knows if that was like Staley's fault? Like, because he seemed to be like this defensive guru, and then they signed this huge fucking corner to a contract and he's gone. But like, I don't know. They have an ugly situation. They have no money. And they basically like had all these weapons. Their weapons are starting to age. And then because I feel like we always had this idea of the Chargers, like, oh, just explosive weapons. Like they're just a quarterback away. They're a coach away. It's like they fucking had it all. Like, and they didn't do shit. And all of a sudden at the end of the season, we're just like, who did they throw the ball to? Like they had no one. And that's like given every year Mike Williams is going to be out for 12 games.
Yeah, I mean, that's guaranteed.
Eckler just turned into a fat, slow piece of shit. And
bro, I would like to see a foot race between Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Austin Eckler.
I was just gonna say that.
I would take
Clyde went absolutely vertical in that game for that touchdown catch.
I know.
Just Eckler, the air, like Scott Hansen called it the Air Jordan catch. Like that looks like him at LSU. Like I sent you that video of all those fuckers that LSU Bama game. Like he was doing that at LSU.
Yeah, wait, let's just name the guys that were. Let's name the dudes that were in that game.
Oh, dude, that video, like I don't know how to post it on here. That video was adult porn.
It as opposed to. As opposed to what? What would be the opposite of that?
Well, no, the reason I said that is because like we would understand it because we were around for like that college era.
Oh yeah,
you know, versus some brand new NFL noob wouldn't understand.
Wouldn't.
Oh, save my ass there.
Oh, dude, that team is so sick.
That game was so. It was what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Burrow, Tua, Ruggs, RIP, Devontae Smith, Waddle, Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Burrow, Clyde, Najee Harris,
Patrick Queen, Patrick Surtain.
I don't know what happened, dude, to fucking Randy Moss's son. He was a tight end at LSU. Did he just die?
What is he, Thaddeus Moss? Was that his name? Thaddeus.
He was kind of sick with Burrow. Maybe it's just Burrow.
Burrow's a goat.
Yeah, that maybe he's just up in Canada. Thaddeus Moss.
Okay.
Ooh, his fucking LSU picture looks like a mugshot. Yeah. Where is he?
Thaddeus
Moss.
Mariani, what's up? The Patriot way bullshit doesn't work anywhere else. No, I'm not even sure it works on the Patriots without.
He's on the Birmingham Stallions. The fuck's this?
Good for Thaddeus.
Yeah, probably in
Who
Birmingham.
do you think would win said race bowl? Oh, do you want to talk? Let's get into that a little bit because it is actually just hilarious. The Steelers running back or whatever his face, Mendenhall. He was like said that there should be for the Pro Bowl there should be just an all white team and an all black team.
Okay.
So, but then
obviously, are we doing the flag football shit? Because then I think it is over.
Well, we're living in a world of hypotheticals, so let's just say that it's an actual football game.
Okay.
And it's competitive. And let's also. So here's a nice caveat. I saw some guy on TikTok through this
really
caveat.
Factoring an offensive and defensive line.
Yeah, you almost have to like put like mixed race, you almost have to put like in like a draft, and then like you just go back and forth drafting them or something like that. Because there's a few issues. But as far as offense goes, well, you go Josh Allen.
From saying we maybe.
Yeah,
Let's
the home team, the home whites, the exciting whites. We are navigating rough water.
Let's try to make this.
Let's make
very non-confrontational.
Let's make it as okay. What would be the best whites roster?
Okay,
Josh Allen.
Current, like we can't.
Yeah,
like,
current.
We're fucked at corner.
Well, I know, but first let's build around everything but the corners.
Okay, we on offense right away.
Josh Allen, quarterback.
Yeah, have to.
The white Cam Newton. McCaffrey.
Is Puka on our team?
We'll get that.
Just an example. I know, but
yes. Okay. McCaffrey at running back. So we'd have the best running back.
We need a two-headed monster. Who else is back there?
Oh, maybe Juice Check.
That's a fullback.
I know.
I like where your head's at.
I don't know. I can't think about another white. I don't know who else would be in the backfield. Peyton Hillis. Dude, yeah, let's get Patrick Ricard. That's right.
We need that thumb.
Bro. All right. So I think this team is going to be a run heavy. By the way, it's the Shanahan scheme. Maybe Rex Burkhead. It's going to be Shanahan's scheme, so we will need a fullback.
Okay. Yeah, I like Juszczyk or Ingold. Either one.
Ingold. Let's say Juszczyk. Okay. All right. And then wide receiver 1 is obviously Cooper Kupp, the Triple Crown winner himself. And I think we have to double up and get Nakua, except for, is Nakua Hawaiian?
Yeah, he's like Hawaiian or something. Puka, that'd be Hawaiian. But I don't know. I don't think we get
Adam Thielen.
Yeah. I don't think we get Puka.
No, we probably don't. He's got to go in the draft.
We might be so desperate that we might have to like move a super athletic tight end to like the slot, because our tight end options are limitless.
That is true.
We might have to. Wow. We might have to like inch one out.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a lot of dumping it off to McCaffrey. You also have to remember that Josh Allen's going to be running the hell out of the ball.
Yeah.
It's going to be Thielen. It's going to be we gotta think of a good slot wide receiver. Come on. Who's the best slot in the game right now? Of the whites. Is Cole Beasley? Cole Beasley isn't in the league anymore.
Yeah, I feel like we lost all those boys like Wes Welker.
Like Trent. I feel like there's someone on the Bengals. Like there's
here's the thing though.
There's that bro on the
Kelsey in the slot.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Put Kelsey in the slot, put Kelsey in the slot. Kittle in the actual tight end position. Oh, Renfro maybe. I mean, this is not sounding.
Renfro streaks now.
So really, this is and then offensive line. I don't even know, but we'd fill it up. There's a bunch of white offensive linemen.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, now we switch to the defense. The edge rushers are just out of control. We'd have TJ Watt, the Bosa brothers, Crosby.
One of those is gonna have to stew up the middle.
Yeah, we might have to have one of them rush stew up the middle.
I think we might be struggling at defensive tackle though.
We would be. Yeah, we need Justin Cowboy Smith.
Who's gonna kick for the other side?
Well, yes, exactly. Exactly. It's gonna be all about controlling the ball, running the hell out of the ball,
precision routes,
bro. I mean, who's the Wishnowski's a pretty nasty punter too.
Straight to punting.
Oh, Harrison Smith would be back there.
We're clearly just skipping over defense because we're so fucked.
Yeah, you're right. Linebackers, I have no idea.
We need Harrison Smith at safety. And then
Harrison Smith is a huge chess piece because he could play corner.
He's a glue guy.
He could play linebacker.
He's a glue guy, and we need like I don't know,
We
dude.
need Luke Kuechly.
He might have to go to corner, dude.
He might have to.
Like honestly, because there was a Caucasian safety last night. I remember when they were showing the lineups. So we're gonna have to throw him in there. Whatever your name is, you've been called. You've been drafted.
The more I think about this, the Whites would get absolutely destroyed.
We'd have to control the clock.
You'd have to bleed the clock.
Like, talk about holding them to a field goal. Ooh, 4th downs would be the story of the game because they would have to kick, and then
oh, dude, but what if they get Jason? Oh, we'd have Jason Kelsey though. Like we might be able to do the tush push.
Oh, we have Kelsey though.
Well, we could have both Kelseys.
We should just tush all the way down the field like we've been talking about all year.
Well, that might be the move.
If we get 4 yards every play, we burn the clock and just tush all the way down the field.
Okay, all right. That's probably enough. I think the Whites might win like 2 out of 10.
With us at the helm, I would be defensive coordinator. I'd get the boys inspired, and then you'd have to run some.
Cassidy at 19 days. Okay, yeah. Let's stop. What's good? I'll mod you, bro. I actually don't know how to do the mods. I'll figure it out though. Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, back to football. Dude, how about the Colts? The Colts in Texas, our viewership is dropping off by the second. The Colts are tied with the bitch ass Jags and the Texans right now. They're all like what, 8-6?
Yeah.
8-7. So the Jags have a pretty easy next 3 games, but still, I mean, it'd be pretty sick if the Colts made it.
Yeah, I'm on them. I like them. I've liked them all year, and it's at this point, like the last 3 or 4 teams. I think I was praying that it wouldn't be backups, but we've got to the point where it's going to be. So it's just, are they fun? Is it a fun team to watch? Like, for example, not the Steelers. I'll take the Colts. Fucking give me Minshew in a playoff game. He might just completely blow it, but I can get myself excited for that. I wouldn't be able to get myself too excited for a Steelers playoff game at this point.
No, absolutely not. By the way, what do you think the line is next week? Indy on the road at Atlanta.
Oh. Indy -1.
-1.5.
Keep going. Give me some tests.
That just seems like it's going to be just a shit game.
You know what side we're on.
Yeah, obviously. Let's see. What are some sneaky ones? What about Seahawks at the Titans?
Seahawks -2.
Yeah, it's -2.5. Detroit at the Vikings.
I already know this one.
Oh.
Isn't it Detroit -4?
-3.
Ooh, it moved.
I kind of think the Vikings might win that. Houston.
That game's sketchy.
Yeah. Miami's now laying 1.5. Huh. Okay. The Viagra game.
Anything else on the Saturday games? Anything on Lions? I mean, the Lions look fucking great.
The Lions look back. It's crazy how I'm hearing just so many people in the media now immediately like, oh, they're back. Oh, they look good. You imagine them, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I mean, it was just the perfect spot. It was an all-time bad spot.
Okay, but there is something to say about your defense looking like that.
Yeah.
No matter the spot, like they actually looked inspired getting stops. That's a big confidence game for your defense. Like
huge.
That goes a long way in the locker room. So again, what I said is, can the other team score 30 points against the Lions is basically the story of the game. And because they're going to put up fucking 30, and a lot of teams this year especially struggle to do that. So that's going to be the story the rest of the year with them. It was at home. Jared Goff in a dome is just top 5 in the league.
He's the dome god.
So
what do we think? Okay. Cowboys Lions is going to be a sick game.
Ooh,
I would love to see that in the playoffs.
I know, in Detroit.
Or Lions Eagles, because it's weird. The Lions and the Eagles are kind of similar teams, as weird as it sounds right now. Like they both, I wouldn't want to see Goff on the road and Philly in the elements, but
No,
I mean, they're both good offenses. Lions borderline great, and then super suspect defenses. But CJ Gardner-Johnson coming back next week, I think, is huge.
So right now the matchups in the NFC are Eagles, Rams, Lions, Vikings, and then Cowboys at Bucks.
Dude, let's just talk about the Bucks. So
you go off what you said, what you like texted me.
Oh, yeah. So this whole year we've been complaining about the AFC South and just like I'm always like, I just don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I hate all these fucking teams. They all fucking suck. The Saints, Falcons, Panthers are dead, and the Bucks. And just the Bucks are, as it turns out, like there was a starting point. I got to find the screenshot. But there was a starting point in which like they pretty much played pretty well in like every game. Like they haven't been blown out in a while. God damn it. Where are they?
Baker, first quarterback at Lambeau to have a perfect passer rating other than Aaron Rodgers. That's one of the craziest stats of the week.
Dog. Okay, so the Bucks had a bad stretch where they lost a bunch of games. And I think that's when everyone like got off them. But okay, they beat the Saints, and then they lost to the Lions, lost to the Falcons. Let's say starting at this Bills game. So they lost to the Bills at Buffalo by 6. Super reasonable. They lost to the Texans at Houston by 2. Super reasonable. They beat the Titans 26. That's a good win. They lost to the Niners 27-14. Reasonable. They lost at the Colts by 7.
They looked good. The Bucks looked good in that Niners game too.
The Bucks did, yeah. And then they beat the Panthers. They beat the Falcons at Atlanta, and then they just beat the crap out of the Packers. Like they're kind of frisky. Like I don't know. The Cowboys with their road issues, the Cowboys going on the road to Tampa Bay, I could see something hilarious happening.
It just sucks because that's got to be one of the easiest places to play in the league. Like all weather's out, and that crowd's just not that good. So that's unfortunate versus going like Atlanta, like in that division, whoever wins that, like Atlanta's a tough place to play and New Orleans is. So whatever. I mean, they're the better team though. So I'd rather see them in the playoffs versus anyone else in that division. And like Baker, dude, here's my thing with Baker. Like everyone's like, should you move off of him or not? I think you ride this out, to be honest. Like,
have you seen all the comparisons with like Tom Brady last year? Like he's basically
it's like
doing
not
better.
that big of a drop off statistically, which is wild. But I don't know. There's such problems at quarterback in this league, and you have right now, would you say a B?
B minus?
Like that is in this economy, that's like an A-.
Yeah.
So I don't see reason to go off. And like, here's the thing with defenses against the Bucks. It's like, they're going to have to shadow one side with Godwin's or Evans and Godwin's Evans. So like one of them's going to be fucking open, and he exposed that this week. So I don't know. It's like kind of a bend don't break thing. And
Rachaad White's kind of nasty. Like actually the Bucks and the Colts kind of mirror each other. Like they're both frisky. They can both kind of like get in a shootout.
They're both like having every game is a huge sweat, but like at least you're fucking in games.
And Mike Evans catches a touchdown pass every week. Like I don't know why we don't just bet that every week, because it happens every week. All right, let's talk through the Monday night game a little bit. So it was at 3, went to 3.5 with the news that Hurts was likely to play. Then Hurts got announced in, went all the way to 5. I believe 5. And then now Geno all of a sudden at the last hour is just also in. And so now the line is sitting at a pretty firm 3. I mean, a pretty firm 4. I
Oh,
think.
it got to 3.5.
Ooh, wow, that's a lot of
Wow.
jumping around.
I mean, this line was at 5.5 at one point.
I grabbed it at 5.5.
Fucker.
Yeah. Mostly because I also had it at 3 from Sunday.
You have to hedge out.
And so I had to hedge out by doubling down. Oh, let's go, Matt.
What's your feel?
Well, I feel like it's going to be a high scoring game now. Like, and the Seahawks offense.
I looked, no rain.
No rain. Seahawks.
I don't know how
offense
much we
looks
trust the
way better.
ESPN weather app. What is that, like a Q weather or something? But that's what it says.
Yeah. So, I mean, remember, so Jalen Hurts is like, what does he have? COVID or something? He's got, we saw that there was another wild theory out there that shan't be mentioned, but he's like suffering from like chronic fatigue or so. I'm not sure. It's
just the fucking flu. Dude, I'm slowly starting to not like that guy.
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why. Like tonight he just showed up in like all Jordan gear because he's like thinks this is gonna be the Jordan flu game. It's like, you're not that sick, dude. Yeah. It's like,
that would be actually kind of sick if he did that.
Yeah, but like don't just like, you're not good enough to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm just thinking about, remember,
you like this. You fucking hate the Eagles.
Yeah, he got mono from Giddy. Let's see.
My God. Oh my God.
Well, Philly's secondary's trash, but okay, the thing about the sickness and the playing, I'm just immediately brought back to Mahomes when he played Denver, when he kind of had the flu, and he was absolute ass, like threw a couple touchdowns, a couple interceptions, had a fumble. They like lost easily. So, one data point is all I need to completely flip my opinion. So
that might not be true.
Also, don't you think the Seattle's weapons are just going to kind of feast versus the secondary?
Yeah.
And are we concerned about the one? Oh, God.
I got to confirm this weather report, but like, if it's actually 55 and just, if anything, I think there's more points and just a little bit of an overcast.
I think that maybe the move is Seattle team total over.
Oh, it's fully raining.
What?
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, this ESPN weather app is a bunch of horse shit. Look. Okay, it says right here. See that?
Yeah.
48.
Yeah.
No rain.
Uh-huh.
You go to fucking this, and it's fucking 95% chance of rain.
Well, what? There was thunder. What?
I mean, it goes down to 50% at fucking kickoff. It's 95%, and then it's like 50.
I think. Oh, he said it's torrential. Matt said it's torrential downpour. He's watching the pregame.
Okay, so never again. ESPN fucking.
Do we hit the under? That just makes me like Seattle more, though.
That's also why the fucking fantasy guru likes Swift so much.
Oh, so we should just take
what
all
the Eagles are going to do. What we were talking at the beginning of the year is like, they're just going to play to. They can run and fucking pass the ball very well. So like, I think they're just going to run the fucking rock, especially if Hurts is feeling a little iffy. Maybe they just push all the way down the fucking field.
I also got Seattle +3 in the first half, which I doubt is still available.
You're placing all these bets and not letting us know. Fucking snake.
Dude, this is like one of those things.
I got this at 3.5 earlier.
I know.
This guy.
I was really that guy this weekend because I'm addicted to the look ahead.
AFK. What? Sorry.
I'm addicted to the look aheads.
I know.
And like they kind of just all worked out this week. Like Bills -1. Oh. Oh no. I don't know about that. Okay, well, also, what's the uniform matchup? Because that's going to affect a lot of things.
The uniform?
Yeah.
Seattle already rocked those throwbacks, so that bump's gone.
Are they rocking them again though?
No, I'm saying they already did like once, so they won't do it again. They already did full neon against the Niners. So they might just be going, if they go the Marshawn Lynch blues, then it's over.
Wait. Mike Garofalo, Jimmy Garoppolo just tweeted Geno Smith will be in uniform. Doesn't mean he starts for the Seahawks. Stay tuned. What?
Don't they have to do this bullshit where it's like required at a certain time before kickoff? It's like an NFL rule. Like someone got fined for that earlier in the year.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not seeing much.
Oh, I just got some insider info on the weather.
What is it?
There's no rain for 3.5 hours and it's only sprinkling. I think we sprinkle the fucking over.
Oh, isn't that just completely contrary to what Matt's watching on the pregame, or is it just supposed to lighten up?
It's lightening up.
Okay, let's talk motivation in this game. Obviously, obviously, I like the idea of like Matt having like Tourette's, but just for different Larry Krueger sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So motivation wise, obviously Philly wants to get things back on track, but they now have like a pretty comfortable, like they're sitting pretty to win the division. Like they were probably going to win the division even if Seattle beat Buffalo because of, yeah. So now it's like they kind of have a 1-game cushion, and then their rest of the season schedule super easy. The Seahawks, like they need a game, they need to win, like their whole season's on the line, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, when you ask motivation, like I feel like there's a fuckload for both. Like Eagles, it's all about standings here, and like they need a win in general, like for the fucking morale of the team. But on top of it, like Seattle it's life or death right now. Like they're a wild card team. The Niners fucking locked up the division on Sunday. So this just seems like such a good spot for Seattle that I like don't want to take them, but I already did. Like this is a back and forth game. There's no real narrative that will make you like really go one way or the other. Like or we just don't know what's going on because we don't know how like sick Hurts is. We don't know if Geno's playing or not. And
I kind of like Drew. I don't mind Drew Lock.
Dude, I think there's more of a drop off from Geno to Lock than Hurts to Mariota.
Wow, that's a take.
Mariota, I like that. He's more serviceable than Lock, dude. And this is what I was saying to you like earlier in the week is I'd rather have like Lock is okay with a weird like afternoon game in Seattle or Arizona or some shit. But when you put him on primetime, dude, I don't know about that. Mariota is just a savvy veteran who started last year also.
True.
But let's not talk too hypothetically. I think we might just Hurts versus Geno. So,
all right. Well, okay. Can we talk a little MVP?
Props, guys, it's a huge Swift night.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go huge Swift.
Like
I'm
over
a little
100
scared.
yards.
I'm gonna go over 100 yards on the alternate prop. I'm not gonna do a touchdown because it's gonna be too painful to watch it be vultured.
Oh, but like
you got to protect
like
yourself.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I have those in, and then why don't you touch on Mr. DeVito?
Oh, the Linguini-Sanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I feel like an absolute idiot. Oh, wow. Gotta look it. All right. Matt just texted us something. I'm told he is feeling better, but he's still sick.
Oh, there's some rain.
Oh,
did he slip? Oh, it's raining like fuck.
I can't really tell how rainy it is.
Here's the thing, though. Whenever there's rain like this, everyone always hits the under, and it never works.
Yeah, I'm still confused about weather in general. I don't really understand it.
You know, you can bet on the weather.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, you're just like some like
Jen I know
weather.
was like text me one time. He's like, over 75 degrees in Seattle today. Lock.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
You're just like a weatherman sharp.
Yeah, dude. Because the weather's always off, you know.
True. Yeah, there is a lot of
like
variance
if you got
in
some
weather.
actual inside info, or you just like fade the local weather guy.
DeAndre Swift over 75 rushing yards is plus 100. I'll just do that. That'll do.
What were you saying about DeVito, dude?
Oh yeah, DeVito turned into a pumpkin. I feel like kind of an idiot for. I was like I started the Giants Dean fantasy. Yeah, started the Giants Dean fantasy. Bet on the Giants. Just seemed like they had the momentum and they were going to keep it rolling.
I everything in my willpower like to bet on the Saints, and I finally got over the curse of like, dude, that was so long ago and it was so bad, that Thursday night game.
Yeah.
It was like week fucking 5, dude, and I still hate it. I also just hate Carr so much, but like I saw some stat that pissed me off. Like Derek Carr, the whole time he's at the Raiders, had one game where his team let up under 10 points, and he's already had 3 on the Saints. And it's like the guy didn't really have that good of a game. It's like the Giants offensive line finally got exposed. So we lost you for a second there. But I mean, Carr 23 for 28, 218, 3 TDs. I did say that on a Monday, I think. I was like, Carr will finally have like a decent game. So there it is. It's against the fucking Giants. The Saints still aren't going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, Jack very reasonably said, feels like if you're gambling on weather conditions, it's time for some self-reflecting. And Don Reddy responded, speak for yourself, Jack. You're a loser. That's good chat banter. All right, yeah, DeAndre Swift over 75 locked in. Okay, how about the Packers? What the fuck? Like, we did not want to. We were off the Packers all year, and we were off Jordan Love all year, and then finally they just like they just turn it around. Everything's looking good. LaFleur seems like he's actually just an excellent coach. Jordan Love looks good. They beat the hell out of the Chiefs just from the jump in Lambeau. And now this is just 2 weeks in a row of just laying eggs.
Eggs.
I think they're on like my auto. Like I refuse to bet them from now on.
Oh, it's done.
It's done.
Like, what do you do now? Is Love the move?
I think you got to just keep them.
But do you draft a quarterback in like the 3rd round?
Probably.
You can write it off though and say Baker had a perfect passer rating. Again, I'll say it, the only person to ever do that Lambeau besides Rodgers. Like, can you just write it off as that? Like, Love was 28 for 39, 284 and 2 touchdowns.
Dude, what if like the Browns just paid Baker?
Dude,
just had like 30 more first round picks. Like,
yeah, that would have been like so contrary to popular opinion, but like, I don't know. Either way, though, I'm not sold on the Packers having like all these young weapons either. Like everyone was just like, oh, these like jittery young weapons. Like I don't think they're that fucking good.
Jaden Reed, yeah.
Reed
actually is good. He is a nose. He is an absolute nose for the end zone. He's kind of like a skinny, not at all physical Debo.
Yeah. I mean, he seems like a little bit of a tank though.
What about Trevor Lawrence just sucking ass and totally not having a high ankle sprain?
That was the most dramatic fucking bullshit of all time. It's like, turns out like they didn't need a cart because he didn't have a fucking high ankle sprain. Everyone's like, where's the golf cart? All this shit. It's like, he could probably fucking walk, dude. And like, he made just the most terrible joke. I don't know if you saw it. He got like all of his offensive linemen like golf cart. That was the least funny fucking thing of all time.
All right, you know
Like,
what? We got to just put up this. We got to put up Stavros's his post
have
game.
to. This is the most anti-Lawrence podcast of all time, dude. That guy is a fucking pussy. Yeah. I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No.
Oh, damn it. Woot.
Rip.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
The audio on my phone.
No, I'm gonna have to just download her. Stop screen, present video file.
Did he try to do a fake slide last night too?
Oh, he
Remember that?
totally tried to do the fake slide.
The first
Totally
fumble?
tried to. Yeah, and then he
It's
just
like-
dropped the ball.
Yeah. Dude, that guy, again, back to the beginning of the season, everyone just throwing him in their top fucking 5. Like, he's
Six
just
at
because
worst.
he came back, just because the Chargers chargered and he came back from a 27-0 like playoff lead. That's it, dude. The guy like looked like dog shit last night. We're just calling it how it is. Like, the guy looked like fucking horse shit.
Two
Fuck him.
fumbles.
Fuck him. Would you rather have him or Herbert?
Oh my god, it's not even close. I would way rather have Herbert.
But like, people before the season would say Lawrence.
Yeah,
Or like some people had both of them in their top 5,
yeah,
which is
they
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
They're like 9 and 10.
All right, here we go.
Not
Woo!
actually,
What the fuck is up? It's fucking Ronnie, and the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl, and the Jaguars suck dick. Fuck you, Trevor Lawrence, yo. The fuck? You don't know how to fucking run a 2-minute drill, dumbass? They don't know how to fucking spike a ball to get a fucking touchdown at the end of the half? And why's your ass look like an old bitch, an old divorced bitch with a thick neck? Looks like you're fucking mad your husband left you for a secretary. You're trying to suck the pool boy off, yo. Is that why you fumbled, Trevor Lawrence? Was your hands too fucking slippery with suntan lotion after jerking off the pool boy, bitch? Fuck you, Trevor Lawrence. The Ravens are going to the fucking Super Bowl. Isaiah Likely is likely to be getting his fucking dick sucked after that performance tonight, yo. I'll tell you that much. You know, I can't lie. I still miss Mark Andrews. He's, more of a cerebral player than Likely, but, Likely might not have the intelligence, but he's got that kind of raw athleticism that, a player like him has. You know what I'm saying? Lamar was back there dodging fucking defenders the way I dodge subpoenas. Tabitha, I am not going to court over child support, you fucking bitch. That new baby don't even look like me. He got a different nose than me, bitch. Plus, I only busted a little bit the last time we fucked. And everybody knows you cannot get somebody pregnant if you only bust a little bit. Woo! The Ravens going to the Super Bowl. Lamar, at this point, MVP's a 2-horse race. Lamar and Joe Flacco. And I think it's going to be close. I can't say who's going to win. Okay, Flacco's probably going to be the first ever MVP and comeback player of the year. But Ravens going to the Super Bowl. If you see me having pizza over at fucking Squires, no, you didn't. Don't tell Tabitha where I am. That kid is not mine. Let's go Ravens.
So good. I love that he just came in hot, just roasting Trevor Lawrence though. That is
Dude,
kind of
that
like
guy.
there's something like uncanny valley about Trevor Lawrence's look, and he kind of pinpointed it. It's like he does kind of look like a 40-year-old like mom with a little bit like the mom from. Did you watch The Sopranos?
Yeah.
Okay, so he looks like Tony's wife a little bit,
Yeah.
just with a massive neck.
Dude,
Massive.
the worst was there's a cameo on him in like the first quarter, and he's sitting next to the fucking like huge fan, and his like hair's just blowing in the wind. I'm just like, this guy's such a fucking loser, dude.
Dude,
And
he
like,
looks so much cooler if he got a haircut. Like it's kind of like Blaine Gabbert. I mean,
or if it's just like a little shorter, like
yeah, just a little shorter.
dude, no way that guy like pumps the boys up in the locker room either.
No, that's what I like. If I could give my honest opinion on the Jags, they're just kind of soft. They're just kind of a soft team.
Yeah. There's no way.
now
Like, I
Bill
love
starts
Doug
with
Peterson,
Lawrence.
but like he's not gonna have like a hard-nosed football team.
No, they're like at most going to play spoiler in the playoffs.
I mean, they got fucking smoked. And
How
that
about-
Niners Ravens game is just all fucking time. I'm so happy that's not in Baltimore. And I don't necessarily, because we wouldn't really know the conditions necessarily in Baltimore.
True.
Like,
True.
get really
Could be really
demonizing.
sloppy and demonizing.
Yeah. So
as
I'd
far as
rather
like the
see that.
MVP goes, like I was getting annoyed. Like, well, first of all, Collinsworth, like he has to slob off. He has to absolutely just glaze down one of the quarterbacks always.
He did it for both.
And he was pre-glazing like on both of them, and they both kind of just kept effing up. And it's like Lamar throws a pick and Lawrence fumbles. And then eventually he ended up glazing Lamar. But he like said on the broadcast, he's like, for me, MVP of the league comes down to me. My decision, it'd be either Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes. And it's just like, dude, what? Like, this is by far Patrick Mahomes' worst season.
Every quarterback that guy talks about, he's like, you don't see this anywhere else in the league. It's like, dude, you've said that about most quarterbacks that have come on.
Oh, Deegan.
Oh, you missed it,
dude. You missed it. It was some heavy currents, but we somewhat navigated it. But yes, we did start this whole show doing a.
I don't think people know if you go to see the stream again, it's not just live. You go under the live button under videos, and then you'll catch it. But that got a little hairy.
It got a little hairy. Ultimately, there would have to be a lot of ball control.
a lot of precision routes. We have problems at corner. They have problems at kicker.
Who's the QBs? It's got to be Josh Allen. It's got to be Josh Allen. Quickly, Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey. We need a fullback because
we have Ingold.
I'll go Ingold.
And Cooper Kupp,
Adam Thielen.
We're gonna move Kelsey to the slot.
George Kittle,
Mark Andrews
or Mark Andrews.
And then we weren't sure if we get Puka or not.
Carl
we weren't sure if we get Puka. Offensive line, we're fine.
Offensive line, fine. I feel like Shanahan could drop some crazy thing where maybe we get like multiple tight ends involved.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some sort of offense that just involves?
We low-key might want Andy Reid as our play caller because he's got some wild formations we can do with tight ends in the backfield.
That's true.
Like all those plays to Tony with someone who can catch the ball.
Oh, I know who can play corner for us. I think I figured out who could play corner. Taysom Hill. Dude, you got to get that guy on the. He needs a roster spot wherever he is.
Yeah. The Swiss Army knife. We need him. More of just like a decoy in lot. Like, I don't know. And then I think like again we have to win the coin toss and just control the ball. And we need Kelsey at center because we might push all the way down the field.
Yep.
And then
I don't know who's governing Tyreek though. That's like we need Harrison Smith and
dude, I think either the Ravens or the Jags have a Caucasian safety.
They're floating out there. You see them every once in a while, but
yeah, they're lingering. But here's the thing: is we have to move those best guys to corner. So
true. Like, well, and who's playing linebacker? Because Harrison Smith could play some pretty good linebacker. I guess you could throw like TJ Watt at linebacker or something.
Yeah.
Can we get some sort of Spillane? Oh, wait.
We wanted to bring back Luke Kuechly from the dead.
Who's the linebacker? Is Milano white?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to investigate. I do think that the only way it will get done is
quite the Google search.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of free agent pool or like draft of, the guys that don't quite neatly fit into either. Brian Cushing. That would be funny.
He's a glue guy.
Need a glue guy. Okay.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, Aiden Hutchinson. Deegan, think about this. Hutchinson. I don't even know. Hutchinson would be like a rotation player, but it'd be like TJ Watt, both Boses, Crosby. It would just be a team full of meatheads. Dude, I wonder if we could get JJ Watt out of retirement to play defensive tackle.
Oh, that would be huge.
That
That's
would be
the
huge.
definition of a glue guy right there.
Glue.
Just glue up the middle.
Yeah.
And then I think we're kind of set at linebacker. Like, not that like Spillane and yeah. That's about it.
Harrison Smith is going to be tasked with quite a bit.
Dude, that guy, like, we have to have steroids, like painkillers just ready on deck for that guy. He's going to take a beating, dude. Honestly, it's more about it. Our defense is just the definition of bend, don't break.
Dude, you know what would be sick? Imagine this. Okay, you have Josh Allen. You have Josh Allen as the quarterback. Just massive, electric, can run, can throw. At fullback, you have Taysom Hill, who can pretty much do all those same things. And then you have McCaffrey in the backfield. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
No.
There's no.
And then we need the thumb.
That's
Patrick Ricard on the Ravens. We need that
dude,
thumb.
We might need Patrick Ricard to play tackle, defensive tackle.
Defensive tackle.
Yeah, just to take up space.
That guy. Oh my god. The Ravens need to give him one touch. I like that though. Josh Allen, like in an Andy Reid offense, that guy can go anywhere.
Oh,
we're the definition of trick plays.
so much trickery. What do you think? And the Chiefs I think have a white linebacker. Maybe he got injured.
Patrick Ricard's over 300 pounds, dude. Look at this thumb.
Oh, that's yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know where the Hawaiians go. Puka is like very much questionable. Also, like, who's gonna kick?
We need a bone thrown our way.
Yeah, there's gonna have to be some trades. You guys can have Young Ho Koo. We need a corner.
We're gonna have the most competitive tryouts for field goals.
Dude, I wonder. Oh yeah. Tucker. I don't know, dude. That Cowboys guy, Aubrey. He's goated.
I mean, it's gonna be the highlight of training camp.
Punters also just elite. That would really play into the field positions. Just to have elite punters.
They're gonna have to bring back Marquette King from the dead.
I know. I think
remember that guy in the Raiders.
I know. I think there's a black
Steelers?
punter in the league right now.
Steelers?
Maybe. Yeah, Steelers. That's right. I'll tell you what. McCaffrey is not leaving the field.
Nope.
No.
Can't
afford it.
No.
Teams on the road lane 3 never.
Oh, that system.
That system.
Yeah.
It's locked.
And this week, didn't it?
It
worked again.
The Panthers won outright. Yeah.
It worked again this week. Shitty teams on the road laying 3. I took the Panthers just because you said that. And I was like, this is insane that I'm pressing
pure
enter
system
on
play. Pure
system. It's been work. So here we go again. I'm already on him. And it's 4 points, dude. I think this over is just screaming my name, dude.
I kind of like the Seattle team total over.
Yeah, 21.5.
Yeah, that's juicy.
Okay.
It's filled with juice.
Lock it in. Fucking Capri Sun.
Where do you think the line in the Ravens Niner? I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, I think that like 5 or 5.5 is kind of insane. Just because of the matchup. Like, that's going to be a difficult matchup. And the Ravens are going to be just so motivated.
What's that line?
It's 5.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to move.
It's got to move. The early tease,
I like Ravens in that, dude. Jesus.
Oh, how can you not, dude? They're not going to lose. Even this year, they haven't been blown out by anybody. Like, they've been in every game. And yeah.
And home field now is 1.5.
1.5.
Like 1.5 because they have like microphones in the headset now. Like, Jesus, helmet. But
kind Kyle Hamilton, I
That
think,
seems
is
like
gonna
a lot.
Dude, it's a lot.
They're 4 points better than the Ravens, is what we're saying.
Yeah. And the Ravens, which is kind of crazy because the Ravens are the second best team in the league.
The amount of respect Vegas has for the Niners is out of this world. I mean, when I
But
think that
they're
line,
covering. They're covering.
I know, dude. Again, last year I just faded him because I was pissed, and just that another Bay Area team. I'm just a fan of the other, but it's just I just got house last year too, and I was this year. I'm just like I'm betting on the Niners. I did it again this week, and it fucking worked. Like big ass spread, whatever. So maybe I just keep this system going and just take the Niners again.
The Niners system.
Because here's the thing: is like points matter so much in the NFL. The spreads are so like fucking razor thin, but then the Niners, it just seems they can turn a game around in a second.
And Keaton Mitchell is going to be out.
Yeah, he tear his ACL.
Yeah, tore his ACL. Stanley, who's their tackle? Ronnie Stanley.
I don't know.
I think Ronnie Stanley, their like left tackle, is like in concussion protocol, so he might miss. And I think the Niners, I think Armstead and Hargrave are going to be back, so they'll have their D tackles.
The Niners also this week just like didn't get very dinged up, like
not dinged.
Really
scary moments though. Like I was actually at a bar watching, and just like it looked like Purdy and McCaffrey got injured on on back-to-back plays. And then like
that
Bosa
looked like the biggest nightmare. I wasn't even like really saying anything to you because I was like, God, I'm not even going to talk about it.
Yeah, can't.
Nope.
Can't. It's the dream season. Everything's lining up.
It's not okay.
Dude, what do you think about the Packers laying 4.5 on the road?
Ridiculous.
Panthers, though.
Yeah, we're doing it again.
Is it a system?
If the system works again tonight of like laying 3 on the road. Okay, wait. How is tonight a system play though?
Tonight's not a system play.
Yeah.
Or is it?
No, it's not because it's a shitty team.
Yeah,
laying 3 on the road. So the Packers, the Panthers is just the hardest one to do it with, though.
Yep,
is the problem. But dude, when Ritter threw that pick, it was unbelievable. I was just everything came to fruition, dude.
Bijan had like 8 yards.
Dude, he played like under 50% of the snaps. Arthur Smith is a motherfucking
he fumbled. Yeah, that's another one. People are really, it seems like he might get fired. I don't know. Maybe
dude, he has so many weapons.
Yeah.
And he decides not to play the better ones.
They just got to trade for Justin Fields.
He recently made a joke and addressed that crazy rumor that Bijan like blew vape smoke into his face.
Yeah,
he laughed about that. But like I was like, okay, this guy's pretty chill. Like, you know, he's addressing it. He realized, you know, he's probably fucked up, and then he does that shit this week. It's like you're not putting your team in the best position to win a game by not putting him in and like having him in 80% of the plays. And at first he played it off like, oh, we're lining him up in the slot and shit. But like he had his lowest usage rate of the year this year.
He fumbled, and then just they never went back to him. But which is hilarious because Ritter just throws like 20 red zone interceptions and fumbles every game, and he just keeps going back to him.
He acts like they're running like an insanely good operation as a football team.
Yeah,
where it's like we got such good guys. Like if our like RB1 fumbles, then you know we got a bunch of guys to bring back. It's like, dude, you're fighting to make the playoffs. You're not fucking the Patriots when they were good, like guys are replaceable or like in a Shanahan offense. It's not how this shit works, dude. That guy's a fucking clown. Do you know he's like the son of a billionaire too? Which
is kind of sick that he was willing to like go grit it out and become a head coach.
Maybe he got a bone thrown his way or 7.
Or 7. Okay, what about my favorite, like I think the Cowboys are gonna look great next week.
I like him in Miami. I
really, really like him in Miami.
I like him.
Catching, and the look ahead was -1 Cowboys. Now it's.
Are we just like Dolphins? Tyreek's probably gonna play? Like
he's probably gonna play, but there's no way he's 100%.
No, which is big because that guy's worth huge. That line moved 5 points this week.
Yeah,
it's Tyreek worth 5 points. maybe.
I'm
But
never on the right side of Miami games, but
no, them and the Titans.
I know, dude. Seattle -2.5 versus the Titans. That is a rat. That's just a rat.
Rat. Fuck that, dude. They never play each other either. Like NFC, AFC. That's gonna be a weird Tennessee game. Henry's gonna like run over that defense. That's just shown to be pretty soft. It's like, welcome to playing Derrick Henry. They feed him like 30 times because I don't know what went on this week. I think he had
his worst
12 rushes.
Yeah, he had like 15 rushes for like 10 yards or something.
It's like we're just gonna give the ball to Levis and see how this works. Even though we have
Levis is a maniac. Like
I think
he makes
he
some
has
plays,
some anger
but
issues or something.
yeah.
Like no one, like it was cool when he like at the beginning of the year was making crazy plays and he was going fucking nuts, but now it's just like, dude, chill the fuck out.
Yeah,
Like
chill. You gotta chill out a little bit.
like you gotta go more towards like Kenny Pickett and like be a chill dude versus just a fucking loser. But
So I'm trying to figure out how a 2-team teaser between the Steelers and the Cowboys doesn't hit. Get the Steelers +8.5 at home and a must win, and the Cowboys +7.5 on the road.
it's just big spreads are never a lock with Miami. So
Oh, you mean just because they could just
yeah, because they can score in 2
also
seconds.
it came out like the Cowboys hold like half their team was kind of sick. Also, it was just
Oh, let's bring up your best take maybe of the year.
oh yeah, the thumb.
Incredible. Go.
Well, I heard
Well, inform the people because no one knew this, and then it happened.
basically Dak has a like metal rod or some crap like that in his thumb, and he's like come out in interviews and said that like once it drops below a certain temperature, it's just super painful and it's difficult to grip the ball. And he's also just not, in addition to that, he just never plays in the cold weather. Didn't play all of college. It wasn't until like his second year in the NFL playing in like a cold game. So it was just a bad spot for him to go on the road to Buffalo. And Buffalo also is like the only stadium that doesn't have like the underfield heating. So it was just an absolute lock.
It doesn't get more inside than that. And dude, like I think Hunt texted us during the game. Like that thing is absolutely numb.
Oh,
And 'cause
numb.
It got below the certain temperature, dude, and he like couldn't grip the fucking ball.
Yeah.
So if he has to go somewhere, like where would he have to go in the playoffs? We'll get to that when we get to it, but like I don't know, dude. That thumb looks a little questionable.
I was trying to think about it. He's probably okay because he's gonna what? Go to Tampa is fine, New Orleans fine, Atlanta fine. Dude, what you're really missing is like Rodgers and the Packers being in there and like having to go to Lambeau. That would be hairy.
I'm just very excited to see these next 2 games.
I'm very excited.
Again, what I texted you, they have 1 win against a team with a winning record, and they got blown out by the Niners and the Bills. So I don't know how you like coming into this game. It was like, is this Dallas's year? They've beat 1 team with a winning record coming into this week. So they've played 3 solid teams and got smoked by 2 of them. And they had the Eagles in a great spot at home.
Great.
So like
Eagles are trash.
And it's like I guess they're I'm not going to call it a good spot in Miami, but we'll see. That defense is going to get fully like exposed this week if it's what me and you think it is. Because like James Cook went absolutely crazy, and Miami showed they could run the ball this week. So if they just do that, that's going to open up the field and they might score 40 points.
Dude, I saw something that said that James Cook has the 3rd most all-purpose yards in the league behind McCaffrey and Tyreek, which just seems crazy. Oh, Cousin Sal with a great tweet. Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll has promised fantasy owners whose playoff hopes hang by a thread that he'll name a starting quarterback by the middle of the 3rd quarter. They gotta announce the starter.
What, dude? Have they not?
I don't think so.
Dude, that's not part of the rules. Like, you're not allowed to do this. I swear to God, they made this rule just for fantasy football. It's like it's like 30 minutes before the game, you have to name someone. It's like, what the hell, dude? Or is that's more for Vegas? But Vegas already knows this shit. Like, that line moved because they knew something was up with Hurts before that got leaked.
But then it's just Schefter Geno Smith is active tonight. And then just because Geno Smith is active does not mean he's starting. The Seahawks are dressing 3 quarterbacks tonight, but have not announced a starter. It was a bad sign.
They just say a bunch of fucking shit that everyone is going to know 15 minutes later.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for example, Woj. Like, Woj is, he ruined some people's, like, commitments, like college commitments and shit. And it's like, okay, number one, that sucks. And he does it to NBA players, like, whatever. But it's like, he's tweeting out information that everyone is going to know in 15 or 20 minutes because the NBA literally, like, for like the Draymond thing, it's like he was just like Draymond suspended indefinitely, or just earlier.
I could have announced that Draymond was suspended indefinitely. That doesn't even have a time to table.
Exactly. And earlier in the day, he just tweeted Draymond Green likely to be suspended. No fucking shit, dude. You think you're breaking information? Like, ESPN acts like he's breaking this information.
Wait, what? Wait, the signs
Either
continued.
Way, fuck Woj.
Okay, this is Schefter. 4 minutes ago, the signs continue to point to Drew Lock as Seattle's starting quarterback tonight, but there hasn't been, and apparently won't be, any announcement from the team.
They're gonna get fined.
What, dude?
Who'd this happen with earlier in the year, dude? They got
Joe
fined.
Burrow and the thumb.
Yeah.
What?
What? What? You know what I'm not gonna turn on? The Manning cast.
You're off the Manning cast?
I've been off.
Wait, so how is this? How is the line changing? What do you think the line settles at if it was announced that Drew Lock was the starting quarterback?
4.
You'd think it would just stay because, it's now up to 5.
Dude, this thing is moving like a motherfucker.
You
could put your bet in and it's just, you could get anything at this point.
It doesn't even make sense because it's like a healthy Drew Lock, it has to be about the same as Geno Smith, like trying everything possible and still probably not playing in this game. Like if Geno played, he'd be like 60%. Like that is Lock.
This is wild.
1 minute ago. Drew Lock. Damn it. To everyone who got Seahawks at 4, I'm sorry. All I can say is double down at 5. Double down at 5. Drew Lock. So Drew Lock is the kind of guy that will just like he'll put on.
All I want to see on Twitter is that fucking video of him singing "Put On." Like,
I know.
I'm done with that. I've seen that video 1,000 fucking times. It's not that funny.
At least he has a thing. You got to have a thing.
But he does have that mode that he can activate. Well, it's more for him. It's more of a confidence thing that we don't know where it comes from. But I like it because he just slings the ball. And honestly, that could work against this Eagles secondary. And that dude, that was what I texted you like earlier this week. That game, the Bengals game, it was like backup quarterbacks just throwing the ball in the air. And it's like, honestly, in the NFL, if you throw, it's like called a 50-50 ball for a reason. Like these guys were just back foot throwing the ball in the air. And it's like, it might kind of fucking work. Like when you see teams not moving the ball, just throw the ball up in the air to like these receivers. It might fucking work. What? Okay.
What? Luck has moxie. Exactly. You know, Geno kind of has like sad Klay Thompson vibes. Like it's like everyone in Seattle kind of bought into him last year and it was such a fun story and he didn't write back. But then this year he just kind of throws a lot of picks and doesn't look that good.
I do like that 87% of the cash is on the Eagles too.
Really?
That makes me feel good.
Bro, there's no way Patricia is going to be able to prepare for this Lock and Sans.
Let's go, Lock.
Let's
Look at him.
go. Let's go. The guy has moxie.
He's Moxie.
Dude, he's moxie personified. I would love just a league where just everyone has to have just a slightly below average white quarterback with a bunch of moxie. And even the playing field. It's like a whole league of like Minshew, Will Levis,
Yeah, dude,
Baker,
that's what like
Baker is like
you know,
the
they, let
MVP
you
of the
have
league.
yeah, they let you have 3 active QBs and 1 is reserved for the white Moxie guy.
Yeah.
You need him.
Dude, CJ Beathard has been trying out, but it's not looking good.
No, he's not looking good. Who else is in there? Like Nick Mullins.
I don't know if Mullins has moxie.
I'm just started naming small white quarterbacks.
Who
Bailey
else?
Zappi.
Dude, Bailey Zappi has moxie. Bailey Zappi. Mac Jones does not have moxie.
No.
Dude, imagine just that world and it was all that, but then like you allowed like Brock Purdy and like Baker Mayfield to play in it, and they're just like dueling both like 7-time MVPs.
Yeah, it's just flag football too, so there's no injuries.
They're the kings of moxie.
The Pro Bowl flag football league during the regular season.
Oh, I'm trying to think who else has so much moxie. Oh, DeVito.
Oh,
Gardner Minshew, DeVito, Drew Lock. Like, wouldn't that be nice? Like, at least you know what you're getting from the quarterback position in every game. Like, it's like, don't even bother getting my hopes up with these Mahomes and Josh Allen, but then also these shitty guys. Like, let's just see an even playing field. But some of them have like Tyreek Hill and like sick ass dudes. I would love that league, dude.
I know what I'm signing up for here.
I know exactly what I'm purchasing.
And then we get away from us being so unsettled.
Exactly. Well, and then maybe like the same, like Taysom Hill is like the one Lamar in the whole league. It's like
Something about Flacco, man.
there's something about Flacco.
Just a pocket passer. Lamar, this guy's a running back, quarterback. Something I trust.
Oh,
First team all moxie.
first team all moxie. And then there's the guys that kind of suck that don't have moxie. Like at this point, like Deshaun Watson, like I don't even know what he is. No, he has zero moxie though.
No moxie.
Oh, you know who else would dominate the moxie league is Sam Howell.
Oh,
He'd go 1-1.
you have to start a game though. You have to start the game where Howell's down 14.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that there no lead is safe in the Moxie League because the Moxie quarterbacks, like it's like a video game. Like they get 20 boosts to every attribute as soon as they're trailing by 2 touchdowns. Like every game, you just coming back.
Oh my god. It's just like third quarter heroes.
And like also just so prone to just freeze up and start botching it.
Like
You know,
the average passer rating in the third quarter is like 126.
Dude, Russ does not have moxie.
Oh, the opposite.
I don't know what that league would be called. Like Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson. Who else is just bad?
Just
with
like
no
washed
moxie?
up once, like out of the pocket passers that no longer can. And
Trey Lance.
oh, Jesus, taking shots.
Dak. Niners. I actually can't believe the Niners are really going to probably get the 1 seed.
Congrats.
It's looking
Big.
pretty likely. If they beat it's looking Isaiah likely. If they beat the Ravens. Is maybe I feel like Russ at one point had moxie.
He did.
He had
Then
a lot.
He moved to the mountains.
He had a combination of swagger and moxie.
I mean, there's so much recency bias there. Like Seattle Russ had a lot.
You're right. Seattle Russ did have a lot.
Like him rolling out, just dropping out of the fucking sky to lock it in the back of the end zone. That was fun to watch.
He was so scary.
Oh, dude, I would love to see that defensive matchup. That's the Legion of Boom versus the Niners defense that didn't let up a rushing TD till like week 14.
2019.
Oh my God, dude. That was unreal. That was like Devontae Whitner and Patrick.
I meant 2012. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I know
dude.
that was
old,
not cool.
old NFL rules. Old NFL rules. That was
not cool because it just, I guess it's a little bit like the Cowboys need. Well, not really, but it's like those were the two best teams in the NFC, and just the Niners just always got effed with the wild card.
Yeah. That's why I want that rule changed, like on that topic. Like, I think it's bullshit that like the winner of the NFC South is getting a home game.
Yeah.
I think it's bullshit because there's always like an 11 or 12 win wild card team that has to play like the 3 seed instead of they don't even play that team. It's just, I don't know. And like, obviously, I mean, a million people have said this, but the losing record getting a home game too. And it's like, what are we gonna just latch on to that Marshawn Lynch Beastquake year of like proving that it's worth it? Like that happened one fucking time, dude. We've seen it a lot, and it's just.
It would be so funny though if the Cowboys lost in round 1.
Oh, it's gonna happen, dude.
Dude, because think about this. After this year is when they decide.
The temperature is under what's the degree where that plate freezes up?
Oh, I probably like 32.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to get affected by the temperature, but what do you think? What do you think? Dak is like supposed to get paid this offseason, like crazy money, like Mahomes money, and like imagine if he just goes in there and just loses.
It's teeing up to happen. Honestly, I think what's going to happen is they're going to win in Miami, and then. I think they like finish off the season because they have the Commanders last week, and then I don't know, they have week 17. They have the Lions like at home. Like that's just they'll probably win that.
You know what, like, Dak? People will probably talk themselves back into Dak as MVP.
100%.
100%. If they beat the Dolphins and Lions,
dude, it's getting so ridiculous. Like on Twitter, this Purdy hate that people are just like going like. Towards we won't get too deep into it, but the people are going towards the Bosa shit with Purdy. It's like, oh my God, they're like anyone who wants Purdy is like, I don't know, but it's just like the people are running out of excuses, in my opinion.
They're fully out. They're fully out at this point. At this point, they're hoping that Josh Allen. I heard talk of Josh Allen winning the next 3 games and then him getting it, or Lamar, and it's just like people are like doing like do we really want to look back and 10 years and be like, wow, what the hell were we thinking with the Brock Purdy MVP? What I say is, are you really going to make Lamar Jackson a 2-time MVP during a pretty mid Lamar season? And the guy hasn't even won a playoff game yet. Like that seems crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't trust him either. Here's the thing is like, people are going to actually remember this Niners team because of how crazy good it is.
Yeah. So they should be recognized.
They're fucking destroying everyone. They had, I don't know what we call it, but the 3-game, maybe a little slump. Yeah. You got to figure out a name for that. But every team has it every year, unless you're the 17-0 Patriots. But everyone has it. They had it. Like they had it last year too, then won 12 in a row. Like they've, besides those dominated teams, dominated.
Deegan says it's giving Steve Nash vibes. Yeah, I mean, Steve Nash pretty good though, but it's just to hear people like Collinsworth say like Mahomes should be the MVP this year is just bananas.
Wild. Bananas. I thought he was joking. Like
I could see though, like you know what? Oh, I was thinking. I like to think through all the hypotheticals of like where the pain could come from because I don't want to just get my hopes up on a Purdy MVP and it just to be ravaged from me. I could see them maybe even beating Baltimore. This would be fucked up, but them beating Baltimore, and then because of that, they have such a lead that then they beat the Commanders, and then they rest everyone week 17 versus the Rams, and Sam Darnold plays, and Sam Darnold just kind of balls out, and then everyone uses that as confirmation bias that, well, come on, we just saw Darnold do the same thing.
You're in an alternate universe.
I'm living in an alternative universe.
But
I'm going down all the
I can't
strings
believe
of
you've
fate.
actually thought through that possibility.
Yeah.
That is.
I also
fucking
thought through
wild.
I also thought through the opposite. Like if Sam Darnold came in and just stunk it up, like that would be super helpful.
Well, I guess that when he was in for a second, it's easy to do that, but I just think it's gonna be so funny when people just continue to talk about this and just people have spent so much time going against Purdy that they're becoming idiots in the media. Like you've
And it's
spent all your
circular.
time and energy against him, and this is coming from a non-Niners fan. You
Yeah.
spent all your time and energy against him and all these fucking takes that you're not paying attention to the rest of the league around you. And if you are the one that is saying anti-Purdy, then maybe go the other way and get good takes on other guys because they're not like bringing up other guys; they're just shitting on him.
Well, because it's the only thing you can really do at this
make
point.
a valid point and make an opinion for someone else because all of a sudden because they only had one backup, they had Dak, and now they have no fucking ammo. Like they should have had 2 or 3 because now they have to
now the
create a whole new
CMC
narrative.
like it's CMC like he said it himself type thing. I saw that getting played a lot. Stephen A saying CMC should get it. I mean, I mean,
know. Purdy said it.
He said it, but it's also like, what is he supposed to say?
Yeah,
not like yeah, I'm the fucking MVP, and then we're all like, damn, what a douche.
He should have just. I think he just like I don't think he's that guy. But if he just did it to fuck with people, because like it's almost just exactly what everyone didn't want to hear is him say that.
Yeah,
you know, everyone would want to say I'm the MVP, and everyone would have freaked the fuck out. And now he said that. It's like, what do they have to say now? So I thought that was brilliant.
It's like, at what point do you just a wonky year and it's a wonky quarterback year, and like this is just a fucking sick story? Like the guy came out of nowhere and then like got injured and then came back, and then I mean, this team is far and away, they're 4 points better than the Ravens, and the Ravens are the second highest power rated team.
Yep.
Like it's an all-time team. Just
I think the leading in every statistic. Number 1 in the league over passes over 10 yards. Like that's what everyone wanted to bitch about all year.
And like it's even the counting, like obviously he's so far ahead in all the like advanced stuff, but like it's even the counting stats now. Like he's second in yards or first in yards, he's first in touchdowns, first in touchdown to interception, like all that stuff.
And then someone today was just like, they should have side by side. Is like, well, you're not showing Lamar's rushing yards. I'm like, oh my god, cry me a fucking river, dude.
I heard that too. I was like, they were like, well, you know, you can't really judge Lamar by his stats. It's like, I don't know. I thought that in 2019 when he won the MVP, like his stats were fucking awesome. He had like 36 touchdowns, like 7 picks.
And the only reason they said that is because this week he had no fucking passing yards,
and then he threw like a terrible pick. Also, I'm sorry, but that Mark Andrews play or the Isaiah Likely play that everyone's like busting nuts over, like
how many yards was that?
It was like 30 yards. It was sick.
No, I'm talking about the first one where like the little dump, but keep going.
No, not the dump. It was sick how he like got out of the tackle. I'll give him that. But he also just kind of hucked it up and left it in the air. And it just, I'd say like 8 out of 10 times that's a pick. And Likely just like happened to moss it. And it's like, if Brock Purdy made that throw, we'd all be talking about how lucky it was. And like how it's like, oh, see, like, oh, you know, nobody else has weapons that can make that kind of catch.
Yeah.
It's just boring discourse. Like everyone's making, I was waiting for like someone to zag. I'm like, is Stephen A going to zag and say Purdy should be the MVP? Is Cowherd? I'm looking for all these guys. No one's doing it. Everyone's making the same boring point about how stacked.
Well, because they were on it for so long that like they can't go back on it.
Yeah.
Because like everything they're saying and doing, that hasn't changed. Like they're still on the system QB shit, and that's not going to change.
And they're still like
go back on it.
And they're still like purposefully saying things like, you know, oh, I mean, anybody could, you know, how hard is it? Like he just swings it out to McCaffrey. McCaffrey runs it. It's like that doesn't actually happen that much during the game. Like it really doesn't.
No one really watches the fucking games.
Nobody watches the games. Go back and look at Patrick Mahomes, his like first MVP year, the amount of touchdowns he got where he did that stupid little thing where he would just go like this. He would just toss the ball up and then they would just catch it. And that counts as a passing touchdown. And the amount of screen passes to Tyreek and McCole Hardman, Watkins, all this stuff.
Let's talk about his fucking weapons. Like the one thing Mahomes did to shut everyone up is win this last one without Tyreek. Like before Watkins, Tyreek, Kelsey, Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt was like the best. He was the best back in the league, rushing and receiving.
That's top tier.
Top tier.
And Ayuk, like before this year, everyone wants to put him on that list. Before this year, he wasn't much. He didn't play the first 2 years under Shanahan.
Yeah, he was in the doghouse one of the years.
And you know what that's fucking called? Coaching. Like they developed Ayuk.
How about a reverse of it? Like maybe where are the takes that like Debo wouldn't actually be this good in some other offense? I mean, look, he's got all this. They're distracted with all these other guys. It's like you don't hear that. It's just Purdy.
No. Yeah.
Also, like McCaffrey was on the Panthers and like he was awesome. Like there was no chance of him like even sniffing the MVP because he's a fucking running back.
Everyone just like misevaluates Kittle. It's like Kittle is better, like questionably better at blocking.
Oh, definitely.
And everyone like acts like he's this huge pass catcher. He is, but only at certain times. Like they use him absolutely correctly. Like these guys aren't the same on other teams. Like and with almost most other quarterbacks. So yeah. Fuck off, everyone.
All right. Yeah, fuck off, everyone. All right. You want to watch? Let's just watch the game now. I say we call it.
Yeah.
All right. Great show. Hopefully no one digs too deep into this one. There were some questionable things said, some questionable topics, but that's all right. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. Later.